guys, it is Thursday, March 7th, and I am recording our first YouTube video in our series of garden updates. We're going to do weekly updates for you guys on our garden space, which you can see a little bit behind me. I'll go in detail in just a second. Towards the end of every week this summer, so you can see our progress, how things are going, what we're growing, why we're growing it, and then what we're doing with it. So welcome to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and join us over at our blog, which the link is in the comment section below. We are excited to have you here. If you have any gardening tips or advice as we go along, feel free to share with us any tips or advice that you have, and let's check out the space behind me. So for those of you who have watched some of our Instagram lives from last summer, this is our main garden area. It's raised beds. It's about 600 and some square feet. Right now, all of these these are all cages we used last year for the tomatoes and the peppers. We have some different plans for them this year. These will come out. You can tell these beds are full of grass and weeds. They're also full of old chicken manure, full of plants from last year. So we're going to be doing a lot of cleanup in here. We're also going to be amending the soil with composted manure, and we have some rabbit manure that's coming our way this weekend. So these beds are all going to get turned over. They're going to get filled up with healthy soil, and we are going to get ready to start planting some of our spring crops hopefully next week. If we go through the garden, walk down here through these beds, because this is a mess. You can tell in these beds we have some of our strawberries are coming back. They should come back, so good to see those. There were some strawberries over here in this bed. I'm not sure what's coming back and what's not. We'll see. We also over here have two baby rhubarb plants that we're hoping will come back and do well this year. So that's what's currently growing in our garden. We'll see what survives. If we move a little bit further east, these are all raspberry plants. They did awesome here last year, so we're excited to see them come alive and fill up this spot with lots of raspberries. Down in the same section, we planted some boysenberries, but they did not do well. This might be one. This right here might be one. Because this huge oak tree gave so much shade, and we severely underestimated that. So once those start to come, we're going to try and dig them up, pot them, try and keep them alive all spring, and then replant them in the ground next fall in a different spot. The last little section of garden we have over here is our asparagus patch, and it is marked. This is asparagus. These are the fronds that we did not cut back last year. You can see in here. Oops. You can see down here. There's some green. No new growth yet, but these were mulched really well. There's a whole line of them. So from where this flag is all the way down to where that flag is right there is asparagus. I don't think we'll get much asparagus to eat out of this patch this year, but the goal would be next year would be year 3, and it should be full of life. So the last section of garden that I want to show you today is, this is our herb garden. We grow all sorts of herbs. We grow some greenery in here. The herbs we use for culinary and medicinal purposes, and we'll talk a lot about that once things get planted. There is still some signs of life. This is our lemon balm, which I put up a picture a few weeks ago. There's some tiny little bits of green. I don't know if you can see that on here. Tiny bits of green. And so that's still alive. We have some parsley plants. Those need to be trimmed up. Those are in our cold frame. And over here we have some parsley. That's showing some signs of life. We're hoping it comes back. And then obviously over here, there's a big grassy area. So we trench that. That's the boundary that we're going to expand it to. We need to take out all this grass. This whole bed will get a layer of composted manure. Might get some rabbit manure if we have enough. And then we will start to plant probably some greens like our lettuces and things in this area. This cold frame is actually my parents', so might be giving that back to them. But this area looks pretty barren right now. We're hoping, like I said, to do a lot of work this weekend. It's going to be up in the 40s and 50s, and we can get a lot of work done in this section. So I want to show you guys what is actually growing right now in preparation for our garden. These tomato plants are about 2.5 weeks old. These are all peppers in here. There's a row of eggplants and then more tomatoes. They're about 2.5 weeks old. You can see how well their leaves are developing. They look fantastic. There's 16 different varieties of tomatoes we're growing in these trays. We will have tons of extra plants. They're doing fantastic. They're growing right towards the light. They're probably about ready to be transplanted, but until we can get the greenhouse set up outside, we have nowhere to put all the transplants. So they're going to hang out here probably for another week until it's warm enough to get the greenhouse up. We're hoping these peppers are not doing so great. Didn't get a great germination rate on some of them, so might have to replant those. We'll see. Down here, these are our lettuces and greens. There's some bok choy, there's spinach, kale, mizuna, and even our celery is growing way back in there. Some little bit of celery. That is, the purple plant you see is not celery. That's a seed that got there by accident. But they're looking great, and again, these will go outside. I transplanted some of the lettuces just to see how they would do. They did great with the transplant, so I will be transplanting more of them. This little tray over here is some more herbs, basil, some sweet peppers. It'll be interesting to see what comes up in this tray because I had to use a clear plastic bottom instead of a black bottom, and I tripped, so some of the soil and the seeds got shaken up. So we will see what comes up, what survives. I believe these little purple things that you're seeing are purple basils. We'll just see. It's an experiment. So that is all for our first garden tour. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.